Evidently, Wink News has new information about the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's investigation into the Henry County Sheriff. We've learned that the Fdle, the state, has investigators in Henry County this week interviewing people, and their investigation now includes both the sheriff, Steve Whidden, and his chief assistant, Kevin Nelson. This is what's known as a governor's assignment, which means when the Fdle completes its investigation, it'll assign it to a different state attorney's office than the one in Fort Myers to give it some distance. In this case, it's already been assigned to the one in West Palm Beach. So what's this all about? Wink News investigative reporter Dave Culbreth first broke this story about 6 weeks ago. He joins us now with an update on what's new.
Chris, as it also says in that governor's assignment, this is about Sheriff Steve Whidden and now his top assistant being investigated by the state's top law enforcement agency for, and I quote, misfeasance, malfeasance, and gross misconduct regarding the investigation of a hit-and-run accident with injury to a person.
It wasn't just a small crime that was covered up. It was a felony on a 15-year-old girl.
Last September, a 15-year-old girl was struck by a pickup truck while walking to her school bus stop. The truck did not stop. The girl recovered from her injuries, and Henry County Sheriff's Deputy Vernon Speake began investigating and found the truck and the driver who never stopped. While Deputy Speake ran the driver's license, the driver called Henry County Sheriff Steve Whidden.
To feel comfortable enough to call this guy at 6:45 in the morning is something like I've never seen before.
Whidden says the driver told him he thought a rock hit his truck, so Whidden told the deputy to let him go but have the driver come to the sheriff's office later that day. The driver never showed, and the deputy later testified under oath in a deposition that the next day, Whidden told him he didn't show up because I told him not to come.
Did you tell the deputy to quit the investigation?
No, sir, absolutely not. No, sir.
The driver was Richard Smith, who just 2 weeks before this incident was convicted of 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the United States. He was sentenced to federal prison. When he gets out, Smith and 3 others will owe the government over $23 million.
How well do you know this Richard Smith?
He's an acquaintance. I've seen him around at restaurants.
Did you know he was getting ready to go to prison?
No, sir. No.
But under oath, Deputy Speake testified that Whidden told him he's a good guy. He's in a bad position. He's about to go to prison. There's no reason to go after this case.
Why would we forward it to the state attorney's office if I told him that?
But the state attorney's office said he didn't. The Henry County Sheriff's Office did not send us anything. We, the state attorney's office, learned about the matter from a private attorney, Steve Ramooney. We then contacted the sheriff's office and requested all materials it had on the incident. That was October 21st, a month after Whidden's office closed the case. By then, Smith was already in federal prison, and sources tell Wink News that since the law enforcement agency that investigated the case, the Henry County Sheriff's Office, had already closed the case without doing any interviews or making any arrests, it would be impossible for prosecutors to get a conviction.
We have asked for comment from the driver of the truck and both Sheriff Whidden and Chief Deputy Nelson, but we have not heard back from any of them. However, when we interviewed Sheriff Whidden in September, we asked him about allegations that he has also interfered with other investigations in the past, and here's what happened.
Did you interfere with it? Did you ask Andy Cruz not to?
No, sir. I'm not, listen, I'm not getting involved. Cut the camera. We're done.
Okay. What about?
We're done.
Do you know?
What was that all about? We will tell you tomorrow night at 6. Dave Culbreth, Wink News Now.